want that there. Okay. Daniela talks to Rosa. This person tells me that they pass in some sort of like medical state. This person tells me their breathing was really affected. It was hard to breathe, maybe even really hard to communicate right toward the end. Says that they're like a mother figure for you. Oh, hard to breathe. I think we pass in a medical state, unable to. But then, I just feel lots of caring. She writes, thank you, which tells me that she may have been taken care of toward the end. She said it was difficult to breathe. It was difficult to breathe. It was difficult to breathe. So we had a hard time breathing. Oh yeah, and she showed me those cold fingers when I first came on too. So she showed me cold fingers right by my neck, which indicates someone declines medically. She goes, it wasn't that sad. Back and forth, and then it caught up to me. So I feel like it's something that we're dealing with for a while, then it just catches up to you. Maybe you decline a little bit, maybe you have a hard time communicating or talking toward the end, and then she shows me jewelry. Like we have jewelry from her in the physical world. Does this make sense? You also have a male here on the other side as well. He tells me he's served. He's a little older. He coughs and it just sounds really rough. So I would say he passed for maybe some sort of sickness. Yeah, she had Alzheimer's, and yes, I have her necklace. I love it how I'm like, I don't know why I can't stay on this reading. Lady had Alzheimer's. We chasing her around. Beautiful. And then she tells me that... Okay, and then she says thank you, and she was most likely being taken care of because you can't really do a whole lot for yourself if you're in those stages of Alzheimer's. Makes sense. Sounds like, and then she passed in like a medical state, and it wasn't really a surprise, and back and forth, back and forth. Okay, makes sense. There's a lot of back and forth with Alzheimer's. Who is this for you? She said she's like a mother for you. And she's a primary guardian angel. Another thing is that this male comes through, says yes, my dad was always with her, and he took care of her. I love this. This male on the other side that comes in kind of like side channel. You're totally fine, Brooke. This male that comes through talks about, I don't know how he ends up passing. It almost seems like a congested long-term medical thing, or one medical thing just always leading into another medical thing. It was a constant almost until he just declines. Like he couldn't catch a break toward the end when it comes to medical, is what he's telling me. And then she goes, yeah, my dad was always with her and took care of her. So I love how she's saying thank you. And there's that medical decline. And I used to work in a severe behavioral Alzheimer's dementia unit, so I just like have a special place in my heart for those little wanderers. Meeting someone new every day. My grandma, biologically, but she adopted me. And she was my mom. And I love this because she even claims responsibility of you too. You'll be able to see it in your recording when I created it. But she also said she's like a mother figure for you too. So she loves that she gets to be known as your mom. She goes, hey, I tried to be around a little longer, but you can't fight the good fight. And then she kind of laughs about it. And she has this like hoo kind of personality. Honestly, all she wants to do is sit outside and watch the birds. If she could just be outside and just stare at the birds, she's not harming anybody. So she wants her coffee and her birds, and she doesn't care if it's 9 p.m. or 9 a.m. She wants her coffee and birds, damn it. And you know what? That's the kind of old lady I can get behind. And if you have dementia and you just want to sit outside and stare at some birds, then nobody should be keeping you from that. Did she have to go to a home right at the end? She makes me feel like she was supervised yet unsupervised, and that gives me home vibes. Or was your dad doing it all the way to the end? That is a very curious question that I have, because rarely do the males take care of people. It does happen, but it's a rare kind of man, right? And then all the way to the end, that's also rare, especially with Alzheimer's. That's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. My dad did it all for her. What a beautiful, special man that is. And to do it at like hospice quality for that long, that was only a couple years, way longer than she would have liked to. She goes, I'm going crazy in her own brain, not. But you know what? If she got to just the right mood and just park her outside and she had her couple favorite spots, and honestly, it worked out really well, and what a gem. I love your dad. Love your dad. Sorry, not making anything weird. He's amazing. But you're a lot like him too, so, I mean, good things. Good genetics there, setting you up for amazingness. Love it. She said, pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to your birds, pay attention to your coincidences. She goes, you think this is all happening for no reason? What are the chances that happens right then at that perfect time and you were just thinking about that? So pay attention to those little things. Connect your little dot to dot to dots that she said.